right. Hey guys, namaste from Bangalore, India. I'm here at our offices and joined on this VR 360 blog with Rakesh.
Yeah.
Rakesh works on one of my teams.
I kind of virtual lead here in India. Takes care of the L1s and the analysts here.
Yeah. So a lot of the interns we have in India kind of mentored by you, right?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. As of now, yeah, I'm mentoring them.
Mentoring them. And how many interns do you think have been mentored since you've been here?
So I mentored 3 interns. They are already converted to full-time employees, and 2 of them got promoted this year, Gokul and Uday. And we have 3 more interns this time. They have joined us.
So, how do you like working with those new employees, the new interns? What is that like for you?
Oh yeah, it's a really nice thing to work with them because we get to learn a lot. They are fresh out of the college. They are with a very good thought process. And when I look at them, the way they're tackling the problem is very different than how I would. So yeah, fresh people really required in team.
Yeah. What is the number one, advice you would give to those interns or people who want to be an intern in cybersecurity?
Oh yeah, be passionate about security all the time, and be curious. So the more you question, the more you get answers, and the more you learn. So that's my advice. And be good with the automation also. Python is really required.
I know I think there's some interns that we saw that didn't have good scripting skills, but that's very key, right?
Yeah, that's one of the key things, that it's a basic requirement now in the cybersecurity. Yeah.
All right, so we are actually just down the street from our office. This is our favorite spot to come for tea and coffee. Rakesh ordered some masala dosa, which I had yesterday in the hotel. But this is the little teacups that they serve in.
Yeah. Cheers.
How is that?
This is good.
That's good.
Not all the hotels serve the same taste, but they're good.
Yeah, this one looks better than the one I got in the hotel. But you can see it's a very busy street if you're not used to traffic in Bangalore. What would you say? This is normal?
A little less today.
Little less, yeah. They're saying little less. All the honking, I said actually the honking is sort of part of the language in driving. There.
So we find something good in chaos also. That's how we have been, and if there is no traffic, we become anxious.
All right, guys. So we're gonna head back to the office. Sohan is here. We'll talk to Sohan in the office, and hopefully it's a little bit quieter there. All right. So stay tuned for the next segment of this 360 vlog.
Awesome. Bye.
Hey everyone, we are here inside of the Bangalore Netskope office, and I'm joined in the office with Sohan.
Hey everyone.
You might have saw him in the previous segment, but it was too loud to talk out there. Inside the office is kind of quiet. Today's Friday, and most people don't come to the office Friday, right?
Yes, I mean here it's Friday, very less people come. Even the traffic was very less outside.
Traffic.
Yeah.
Well, we saw the traffic earlier. It looks like it was.
It's very less compared to other days. Usually Tuesdays, Mondays, pretty busy.
All right. How long is your commute to get to the office?
Oh, it's almost around 1 hour 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hour 45. So you guys in the US don't complain about your commute. Anyways, Sohan, you've been here now how long? About
almost 2 years.
2 years. And you started as an intern?
Yeah, intern. Yeah.
What was your experience like coming as an intern here in India?
So yeah, it was really a different experience. So from what I thought from the other interns that with my friends had gone, but it was really a fun and really exciting experience, I would say, because here we got to do what we are interested on and not on a queued list of tasks.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's really interesting.
Well, challenging, right?
Yeah, it was challenging. Yeah.
Is it still challenging 2 years later?
Yes, it is challenging because I've moved on from what I used to work and currently doing with the detection engineering and also CTI tasks. So it's really interesting and also challenging.
Yeah. So I mean, you obviously did well enough to be converted from an intern to an employee. And then even as an employee, how was your experience as growing from, starting analyst to even leading, like level 1 today? You're kind of leading now.
Yeah, I mean the whole experience. I mean the whole journey is really the journey in itself is a really exciting part of the working here at Netskope. But yeah, I mean, when I started as intern, it was much easier and also a little bit, not so sure on what to do or what is expected of. But yeah, and later on, moved on to analyst, and things got a bit clear, a lot of clarity, and it really started to make sense.
Yeah, but you're training now the
now,
new interns that are coming.
yes.
You're training them.
That's part of the journey, and it's really a different experience. So you get to train the newer interns or the newer contractors who are coming on, and that's really a bit challenging because you have to kind of be on a good level to have the knowledge transfer sessions. So those are really good, and I really like them. Yeah.
So what is the one thing that you've learned the most from being here? Not technical, but
yes,
other
yes.
soft skills or things that you're working on.
So soft skills. I mean, the one important thing that I learned is to communication.
Yeah.
So initially I wasn't communicating a lot, except for the technical part or specific ones. But now I am a bit more open. So that has really helped. Communicating with other peers, or whether it's project or something like that. So that's really
communication is very big, and especially since we are on opposite side of the world.
Yes.
12-hour time difference. It's hard to understand what's going on.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Well, thanks so much for joining me on this segment. I think the past 2 years have gone by really fast.
Yes, it's really fast.
And it's fun for me to watch you guys grow as well.
Yes.
And train the new interns.
Yes.
That's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah,
Right.
it is an accomplishment itself. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Sohan.
Yep. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Hey guys, here's another segment of this VR 360 interview. I'm here with Ritwik.
Hey guys.
Another intern, actually started with us 2 years ago and converted.
Yep.
What are you doing now at Netskope?
So I'm a part of the second team, doing something from the analyst perspective, but more on the engineering side of this thing, build and hand it over kind of a thing. And I'm loving what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. So what has your journey been like from, deciding, okay, I'm going to study to be something in cybersecurity, engineering maybe, or a developer? What was your thought process going through school?
So if I had to go all the way back, have to go all the way back, I would start from the second year of college. Actually, I had that seed of doing something with hacking kind of a thing, because it was kind of the cool thing to do. It all started as a passion. Okay, can I change the computer's password, or do something?
Everybody wants to be a hacker.
Everybody wants to be a hacker. So that was the spark. And then with my BE degree, it kind of I got talked to more people, got more opportunities. So I kind of that hacker's idea matured.
Yeah.
And then it matured to something called as a cybersecurity professional, right? So I was trying to get whatever my hands on free courses and stuff.
So today, how much do you say you break versus protect?
90% protect and 10% I think so it's break. I think that 10% is also, I think so, we are reviewing someone else breaking it, and then we are okay, this is what is the new way of breaking stuff, and we are kind of evolving. It's more defense at this point.
So what would you say? I mean, I think a lot of students coming in, they think that they're just going to be red team, pen tester, and that's the cool thing.
Yep.
But what kind of advice would you give those students?
So the red teaming and pen testing is all cool. Obviously, that is very much needed. Industry needs it. All that is true. But I feel there's a much more engineering related to it, a blue teaming perspective related to it, and SOC also related to it, which I don't think so a lot of my peers would know. And I would think someone coming fresh out of the college will also not have that idea. So maybe that is something they can quote unquote explore, right? So cybersecurity is not just about hacking, and that I have learned that over last few years.
A lot of the students and interns I'm talking to, they always say, "Well, I just want to break things."
stuff." Yeah.
But in reality, you're right. 90% of the time we're trying to protect.
90% of the time we're trying to protect, and 10% of the time when we are actually thinking about breaking, it's probably we are doing it for fun.
What about what do you say is the number one skill they should learn, whether it's in school or on their own? What do you suggest?
I would say good with computing overall. Like cybersecurity, you can learn at any point, but if you're like fluent with computing in general, like maybe working out with the OS, basics of networking and all those things, if your foundation is solid, I think so you can always build upon on cybersecurity skills when you are given the right opportunity.
Right.
So,
What about how's your ability to network with your peers, right? I think one of the cool things I see we had 5 interns that started with your class.
Yeah.
All 5 are still here at Netskope 2 years later.
Yeah.
But what I see is that connection.
Yep.
How important is that?
I mean, like it will get really monotonous if that connection is not there, and it makes us more human. Like have a little bit of collaboration. It definitely has more kind of benefit work-wise also. Like if you are like cool with your peers and like you are on a very good friendship terms, then it like working definitely becomes easier. But the fun part is what comes as the major benefit out of it, right? Like you have the motivation to hit the office every day. You have motivation to kind of like go on Slack and ping them, saying that how's it going, what are you struggling with, and then cry about the pains together. So yeah, it keeps us human, keeps that human touch. Otherwise, it's just like us looking at screens all day long.
Yeah.
So that networking and peer is always important. But again, coming back to the benefit of like different perspectives from work side, right? So like if I take names, right, Gokul would look at something very differently than Sohan would, and Uday would look at some other technology very differently.
Yeah.
So that and thankfully, or like by the virtue of it, we all are in different kind of roles, right? So when we are sitting together, we are talking about same stuff. We kind of like exchange really good views.
Yeah, I think
also.
that's important, right? Everybody has different perspective, different skill set,
Exactly.
different roles, and at the same time, we're all getting along here.
Absolutely. So, like for example, Gokul is really good with, let's say, Jenkins or Jira. Bradley can bring he was bringing Jira knowledge to the calls. So, if you take the second call itself that we are having daily, it's kind of fantastic, like how everyone is kind of like bringing something cool to the table.
Different to the table.
Yeah.
All right, we're sitting outside here. This is a beautiful day. It's not too hot. A little bit windy.
Little bit windy.
But Bangalore is such a nice place for me to come visit.
Glad to hear that. I think so. We always have that thing that Bangalore is famous for its weather, right? Everyone will struggle with the traffic, have like expensive rent and like everything. Living expenses will be high, but at the end of the day, one thing that like kind of compensates for everything is like it has a pleasant weather.
Yeah, pleasant weather. All right. Well, thank you so much. I'm glad you're still here 2 years later, part of this team.
I'm actually glad to be here so far, and it has been a fantastic journey.
Yeah, and thanks for joining me on this segment. Thanks, guys.
See you then. Bye-bye. Thanks, Damien.
All right, guys. Here we are in Barbecue Nation.
Yes.
This is actually one of my favorite lunch spots here in Bangalore. I don't know if it's my favorite spot or everywhere you take me. You always bring me
You
here.
like, so we take it.
All right, so I'm here with the entire team. I'm going to talk to Mithilesh mostly because of the microphone and it's kind of loud here. But around the table, you got Mohit, Sohan, which you saw in the previous segment, Lokesh, Ritwik, Rakesh, and Mithilesh. And so you've seen already some of these guys in previous segments of this video. But Mithilesh, this is your spot.
Yeah. Awesome.
Actually, I celebrated my birthday here. Mohit and I celebrated our birthday here at Barbecue Nation in March, and we got a cake.
Yeah.
But I'm always glad to come to Bangalore. Mithilesh is part of our security architecture team.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about your job. What does our security architect do for a security organization?
Yeah, the architecture is more like making sure things are in place rightly, right? So you can make things without architect, but when you want to make it consistently repeating and all other aspect you want to do everywhere, that's when you need to have some architecture that brings the consistency, that brings like how you want to make sure you have security covered across the board. And to do that, we have to make sure we have policy in place, we have a standard in place, we have process in place. So either we kind of bring third-party application, or we develop our own. As you know, we develop our own, right?
Yeah, but so a lot of people, a lot of the viewers are going to be interns or students just trying to understand, how do I become an architect? And even sometimes I think we see a lot of analysts or engineers that say, I want to be an architect. And then they get there and they're like, I don't want to do this. But what is it like to be an architect? I mean, you talked a little bit about, policy and frameworks. But is that really exciting? I mean, to me, I don't know. A lot of the students want to do red team pen testing.
Oh yeah, it's like it's exciting because I always wanted to be architect, and like I'm wearing this hat from I think 2007, so still surviving, and I enjoy it. So when you want to solve the problem, so this is my tagline, right? I call myself as a problem solver. Okay, so you have all kind of problem. Everybody is solving the problem, but in the world of security, there is some immediate problem and then there is some strategic or long-term problem, right?
Yeah.
So if you want to give a solution which works across the board, it has to be thought through, planned, and that's when the architectural place comes. And initially the fresher and all job, right? It's more like I need action-oriented activity, right? You ask me to do this job, tomorrow it's done, right? Or something like that.
Well, what type of personality do you think it takes to be a good architect?
Individually, I mean, you have to aspire for breadth of knowledge, right? So if you see, technical aspect is one thing, but if you visualize things in a big picture, then that's when the architecture interest comes in. Like you want to see the 20-story building, then architect needed, right? If you want to build 1-story building, probably you can build yourself. So that's the analogy.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about like a lot of people building a 1-story house without an architect. I think you still need a house. An architect without a house.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the food is here, as you guys can see. They bring these meat skewers out. I think that's their thing, right? And this is really just the starters.
Yeah, these are just starters. Then we have main course that we have to pick and choose. This is on the table, and this is as usual any barbecue nation, right? And probably if you see this one, this one is not in the menu. So that's like our own ask. So we come regularly, so we put the ask and they make it for us.
On the VIP menu.
Yeah, that's more like a customization on. This is not on regular menu.
Yeah.
That's the advantage of coming it here again and again.
Yeah, I mean, this is like one of the places we always come to when I get to Bangalore. And, obviously the food is good. Today, I don't know how spicy it's going to be. Hopefully
we can
spicy.
adjust. I mean, we can ask them to adjust.
Make it spicier. All right, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining me in Bangalore and watching all these segments. Hopefully, it gives you an idea of what it's like to spend some time here in India. And these interns in India are actually doing really well. Thanks to you guys, all the senior guys here doing a good job. All right. So we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah. Thank you. Nice work.